Let's go ahead and discuss chapter 25. Good morning, class. Chapter 25 is on the digestive system. The digestive system is one of the most quiet system, if you would, in our bodies. I always say, whenever you prepare food, if the food is delicious, if the food is sweet, the food is well prepared, it's actually a complex project. The food is a complex project. The chef or whoever was responsible for making the food did many processes, added many nutrients, added some special flavors to make it palatable, right? And because of this, we actually enjoy the food. When we take the food in when we get our first taste of it, the nasal area provides us with the olfactory sensation, which fulfills, right? Fulfills our expectation, especially if you had one before and you had a good experience on it. Our sense of taste picks up the sensation and also registers what we would expect, or at least what would be pleasurable. So, all these is actually for the senses. Even looking at it, visual senses, and even if it's just being prepared and you know you will have it for lunch or dinner, the thought of it is already a sensation that we can bank on in our memories. But a real point of it is it's a prepared food. It's a complex cuisine. It's a complex material that we now take inside our body. Right at the level of the oral cavity, we're going to be breaking it. We're going to be breaking it. We're going to be introducing and starting chemical digestion on it. We'll also be fulfilling our senses of it. But this complex material, right, is actually being uncomplicated by our system. And what I mean by that is this complex mix or material is not being digested, it's not being broken down into many pieces. And of course, as that is being done, especially the oral cavity, we are enjoying it. And then we chemically break it down as well. We got the amylase, lipase still in the oral cavity, and then we end up swallowing it. But once we swallow it, there's really not much taste going down there all the way to the stomach. Over that area, it's all work, right? It's all work trying to uncomplicate this complicated, beautiful thing of a food. So basically, what's going to happen is the complex sugars that's in it is now being uncomplicated. The complex lipid, the complex fat that's in it is now being uncomplicated. Our digestive system's goal is to break it down to the most simple, simple sugars, fats, proteins, and nutrients if there's any, huh? So because of that, we are now uncomplicating this. And we don't even notice it because it's inside the digestive system already. A quiet system that does its job and, in many sense, works independently. So when it has broken it to the simplest of form, then it is best digested and absorbed. And that's the goal of the digestive system, to make it best absorbed. The most absorbable, the more absorbable it is, the better. And from here, really in a summary, whatever we absorb will be picked up, delivered to the liver via the hepatic portal vein. And the liver now receives all these simple sugars, simple fat, simple protein, actually simple amino acids now, because the protein has been broken down. Human proteins that we need can add to the metabolism that we need it for, can now deliver the sugar to the organs, right? and at the same time, the pancreas will kick in and join the work, and all the other systems of the body will also do their work. Liver will also produce its bile for more breakdown of fat, and we try to get the most out of this nutrition, and the body actually gets stronger, right, with this available nutrients. Whatever is not needed is compacted and delivered down for for uh, disposal at the end of the large intestines. Also, it's noteworthy to remember that the digestive system is like a tunnel. They say that it's one that is exposed to the environment really on both ends, and then actually whatever comes in, if it's not absorbed through the lining of our intestines, then it's not really coming into our body, right? It may actually go out on the back untouched, or meaning unbroken down. We remember the times when we were young and we accidentally swallow something, and our parents are like up and down, frantic at how they can take it out. And sometimes the doctor would say, "Oh, the marble," and well, really, it will come out through the other end, right? And I don't know what the other experience is, waiting at the other end, and trying to see if it really came out. It may be another story. Uh, Again, it's exposed to both ends. We take our temperature in the oral cavity, which is acceptable. We can also take a temperature in the anal area, which is also acceptable, especially in a child, right? And if the child had some sore lesions in the mouth or had some problems in the mouth, we go taking the temperature in the anal area. And that's acceptable, definitely, right? Or we don't want to, we have an equipment that might break, like a glass thermometer, right? And therefore, it's not advisable for an infant who will chew everything that's coming into the oral cavity. We also can deliver medication through the oral cavity, and will end up in the oral route. We can also take medications like in the form of suppositories and be able to absorb that medication as well, right? Huh? So it's very interesting. Digestive system breaks down nutrients and then absorbs them so we can break it down and deliver it to the tissues. Gas means stomach. Okay, that's the medical term, or we call it combining form for the stomach. And entero is actually the combining form for intestines. So logi is the study of the subject itself. So you have gastroenterology, right? So you go from the back, huh? Logi, the study of the stomach and the intestines, from the back to the front to the middle. That's how you do it in med term. The specialist here would be the gastroenterologist, and that specialist will deal with conditions of the mouth, esophagus. You would believe it because that's part of the digestive system. But I always remember as far as the dentition or teeth are concerned, the dentist will take care of that situation. But any lesion, any difficulty in swallowing can also be checked by the gastroenterologist. Any problems of the esophagus, stomach, all the way to the anal area. And then all the way also in the area of the liver, right? And pancreas and all the accessory organs. Gastroenterologist can also have his say or his expert. Now this will have to be worked with by the endocrinologist as well. The gastroenterologist can also work with the oncologist if there's any tumor growth or suspicions of tumor development. The gastroenterologist can also work with a gastro or the abdominal surgeon if there's any gastric organ that has to be taken out or any digestive organs that needed to be surgically corrected. Okay, and then it goes from what age group? You have a pediatric, adult, right? Children can come up with abnormalities right at the beginning, right? And adults can come up with abnormalities anywhere in the middle adult life or because of wear and tear in the later adult life. Okay, so these are your specialists. Make sure you understand their field. So when you refer to them or when you see their notes in your patient's documents, then you would understand what's going on. Our goal here is to know the functions and physiologic processes of the digestive system, be able to understand mechanical from chemical digestion, and the basic chemical processes that is involved in the digestive process. Huh? Well, the digestive system is a function of the elements. Or here, I'm going to let you look at it real quick. Okay, go look in your book and compare this with our discussions.